Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day, getting ready to roll into the weekend. This week I've been looking at different names of God in the Old Testament. There are lots. But today I thought as we go into the weekend, I'd give you one that occurs only once in the Old Testament. It occurs in the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 24. Now, Judges, if you'll recall, is a book that basically contains a list of all of these various oppressor groups against the Israelites, whether it's the Midianites or the Amalekites or the whomever it might be, over and over and over. Judges rise up, and they rise up to battle for Israel, to try to rid Israel of the marauding and oppressing armies that set against it. And amidst all of these judges, there's one that's fairly well known named Gideon. And Gideon's, I've talked about before, but Gideon was a bit of a coward at first, it seems. He's in hiding while he's threshing out grain. But Gideon gets called on by God to rescue God's people. And he does so. And it's interesting because when we get to Judges 6, verse 24, we have Gideon, and he refers to the Lord at a place of sacrifice as the Lord, Hashem, we might say, or Adonai. It's the four letters that I've talked about, Yod, He, Vav, He, YHWH. And then it says, adds on to the name Yahweh, it adds on Shalom, which is the Hebrew word for peace. So here in this book of wars and battles, there's a name for God as the God of peace. God's goal in your life and mine is not for us to have turmoil, but for us to have peace. Sometimes turmoil is necessary. Sometimes it serves as a wake-up call. Sometimes it narrows our focus on what we should be focused upon. Sometimes it motivates us to do what's right, or to flee what's wrong, to walk in a more holy and righteous way. There's a lot of uses and a lot of ways turmoil can be used for our good. But the goal is not the turmoil. The goal of God is for us to find His peace in our life. That's why Jesus says that blessed are the peacemakers. They'll be called the sons of God. Because God is about us not only having peace for ourselves, but we're His people when we help others have peace as well. Turmoil, wars, battles, conflict is never an end to itself. It's always a last resort in some ways, because the goal is to find a fulfilled peace, a sustained peace, a peace, Paul would write, that passes understanding. It's this deep-seated recognition that despite everything going on in the world, inside and outside me, there exists a rock of God who is a God of peace, who wants peace for you and wants peace for me, and will find that peace in a trusting, obedient relationship with God. Think about it. I make it your video thought for the day and the weekend.